I want to start first with where these miniature building authority buildings seem a little out of place in a countryside context like this. These flush sides on the buildings and the style of these steps leading up to a second floor are just not what I would expect to find in a village. So together or apart, if I move them apart, I'd still only use them in my fantasy city setting with the Herstart streets. But I have something like a dozen buildings myself right now. So in a pinch, yeah, if you didn't have any buildings, sure, toss them out in a countryside setting, and I think you'd be all set to have like a farm or a village to battle over for Warhammer Fantasy or for War Machine or another fantasy game. So what I have here in a city setting now is the Wit House, this two-story one with basically like a ground level entrance, like leading to like a little cellar. There's a little recessed archway here, and then the corner house with the turret. And what's so great about these miniature building authority buildings is they more or less can adjoin like this. Sure, there's some slight gaps, things like that, but you can have a whole row of these buildings put together, and it can be quite interesting. Another obvious thing you may be seeing, and you may have seen in other videos, is there's real windows. So for a game that would use true line of sight or any kind of line of sight, you could have, for example, here I have the Cygnar Warcaster Kane up in the turret, Pistol Wraith. Can the Pistol Wraith see him? Yes, you can physically see the model up in the turret of this building. Just some other things about these buildings. I didn't really particularly care for these when I got them. These are, I think, chimney pots. They're painted reddish. They're supposed to be clay. I had to research them a little on the internet, and they're actually historically pretty accurate, because when I went to Germany and England this summer, I did see some chimney pots on top of the buildings. This one, the color on this is particularly garish. It's kind of this bright orangish red. It really sticks out. The other thing on this particular building, the corner building with the turret, is inexplicably it's painted green on the bottom, despite the fact that this is really best suited to being in a city. It has that green base on the bottom, so I plan on fixing it. The other one has some hints of green, but it also has some grays. So together or apart, these are pretty great buildings. They look excellent in a city. And then another thing I'm seeing right now. So that pinkish stuff you just saw, which is right here on the turret, there was more of that when it arrived. They do come encased in their own specially designed foam. So I don't understand quite what this stuff is. I picked away with it with a dental pick. This stuff is actually hard. So whatever it is maybe some kind of epoxy. I don't know if there was a crack or if they fixed something. But again, I'll probably just touch that up. One of the coolest features about these buildings, besides the fact that you can stick your finger through the windows, is that they do have multiple stories. So this is the second story, where I have something like 11 Chaos Warriors crammed in here. This should fit about 16 of a lesser race, such as Empire or Dwarves, on the top, maybe even more. So that's with this turret area unfilled. And then what's nice is they do have some stairs built in, and you can place models at the very bottom of the floor, and there is less room down there. And this is all accomplished by the use of this card-like material. It's it's more than cardstock. So that just slides in here. There's a little lip or groove for it to rest on this side, and I know it's dark and you can't see that. So those just plop in right like that, and easy to use. I don't think in an actual battle Like for example, over here, I don't think your opponent's really gonna want to sit there while you fiddle around with your 20 dwarf warriors that you could potentially put in the Witt house here. But depending on your different type of game, because you could use these for World War II skirmish game, other types of games. War Machine would be much easier and quicker to move troops around inside the house. But essentially, this did have room for 20 dwarf warriors, 20 Empire spearmen, so on. That's ranked 4x5. And then on this one, there are no stairs on the interior, and it just has a straightforward bit of wood, I think. It seems to have the feel of wood to it. So the ability to put your troops in, have them looking out the windows, is a great feature. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with these miniature building authority buildings. You can hide a figure on a 20mm base